My name's Christina, and I'm gonna be leading you guys on a tour of Cattails Wildlife Center. Here at Cattails, we've got a lot of different animals, most of whom were rescued from other places. So I'm gonna be walking you guys around and showing you all of the animals we have here. And I'll tell you a little bit about each animal species too. This is Sestra. Sestra is another Siberian tiger, but she's a little bit smaller. Siberian tiger girls are a bit smaller than the boys are, so Sestra is only about 200 pounds. Siberian tigers live all by themselves in the wild. They don't like to live with other big cats. In fact, they live in spaces called territories. And a territory is where a big cat will live and keep all the other big cats away from it. So these big kitties all live by themselves, and they really like having their own space. But sometimes they like saying hello to people too. Hi. Now we're over here with Koshka. Koshka, come here, handsome. Koshka is a Siberian tiger. Siberian tigers are the largest big cat species in the world. These guys are bigger than any other big cat. In fact, Koshka here is over 600 pounds. So I'm gonna grab a treat. Koshka, come here. So this sound you're gonna hear him make, Koshka, that sound is called a chuff. And chuffing is a sound that no other animal makes. Only tigers chuff. And chuffing is how tigers say hello. So when a tiger is feeling friendly and it doesn't feel threatened, it will chuff at you. So look at Koshka's mouth. Those big teeth in the front of his mouth are 5 inches long. So big Siberian tigers have really long teeth. Koshka, down. Good boy. Koshka's skull, his head, is 4 times the size of a human skull. So they have huge heads compared to people. Now I am here with Zorro. Zorro is a Bengal tiger. Bengal tigers live in a little bit of a warmer place than Siberian tigers. And Bengal tigers love to swim. Now that's unusual because most cats don't like swimming, but Bengal tigers love it. And so that's why Zorro here has this big old pool, because he loves to swim in it. Zorro. Another really fun thing about tigers is that no 2 tigers have the same pattern of stripes. So every tiger's stripes are different, like a fingerprint on a person. And another really cool thing is that it's not just tiger's fur that is striped. If you were to see a tiger bald for some reason, its skin would be striped just like its fur. Bengal tigers have the longest teeth compared to their body size of any big cat. So these guys have really long teeth in the front of their mouth. Some people don't realize just how big tigers are. So I want to show you guys just how tall a Bengal tiger is. Zorro, big tiger. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Zorro is about 550 pounds. And like most Bengal tigers, when he stands on his hind legs, he's over 7 feet tall. This is Nolan. Nolan is a very special cat because he is a white Bengal tiger. So if you got to meet Zorro earlier, Nolan is the same type of tiger that Zorro is, but he has a different hair color. His eyes are also bluish gray, which is very special. There are less than 500 white Bengal tigers in the whole world, so they are super duper rare. So now on either side of me, I have Amala and Jacoby. Amala and Jacoby are bobcats. Now, bobcats are one of the most widespread of any cat species. They can be found around Spokane even. These cats are very shy. They live in the forest, and their padded feet help them be completely silent. Can you guys walk really silently like a bobcat? They're super sneaky. Bobcats also have really good hearing. From the top of their ears, they can swivel those ears around to be able to hear people coming from really far away. And usually when they hear people coming, they want to go and hide because we're kind of big and scary to them. Bobcats are really good at climbing and jumping. They're known for being able to catch birds out of the air. And they also eat a lot of rabbits. So they're really good at sneaking up on rabbits. Bobcats are what is known as ambush predators. Now that's a really big word. Let's say the word ambush together to try to remember it, all right? On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, ambush. Ambushing is when you sneak up on something from behind so they don't see it coming, and then they would pounce on it. So these cats like to sneak up on their prey before the prey even realizes they're there. And that's why these guys have claws that can retract, so they're not clacking the ground with their claws, but instead are walking super soft and silent. Now, even though bobcats might look small, they're actually way bigger than your average house cat. In fact, they're 4 times as big as a house cat. And Jacoby is going to nicely show us just how tall these cats are. Jacoby, up here. Good boy. Now you see, Jacoby stands about to my chest. He might be taller even than some of you are. Now I'm here visiting with our lioness, Nala. Now I'm sure a lot of you have seen The Lion King. Raise your hand if you've seen the Lion King movie. I sure have. I love that movie. So Nala is named after Nala in the movie The Lion King. Now lions are really special. They are the only big cat that lives in groups their entire life. Lions live in groups called prides. And prides usually have 1 to 4 males and a bunch of females. Another special thing about prides is that female lions do all the hunting. So the males will protect their territory, but the females will hunt for the whole pride. And these guys are really good hunters. They are very good at sneaking up on prey. Another really fun thing about lions is that they have a really fierce roar. So they will roar to communicate with each other and to tell other animals to get away from them. Do you think any of you can do a really loud lion roar? Can you let me hear it on the count of 3? 3, 2, 1, roar! Those were some good roars. Now we're here with Hope and Jackson. Hope and Jackson are mountain lions. Now, mountain lions are very special animals, partially because they have a lot of different names. Mountain lions can also be called cougars or pumas, and those are both names for the same animal. Mountain lions can even be found around where we live, though not very often. They mostly live in the woods and up on mountains where they can hunt things like deer and rabbits. Mountain lions are considered small cats, even though they're really big. And that's because, unlike big cats, they can't roar. In fact, mountain lions can purr. And sometimes these guys, when they're really happy, will purr at us. Now, if you listen closely, you might be able to hear what sounds like a whistle. And that is the noise they make to call for their family. Mountain lions have a special call for letting their family know when they're in the area, because baby mountain lions will stay with their mom for 3 years. Now, unlike Hope and Jackson, Jewel is a full-grown mountain lion. Mountain lions can be as big as 200 pounds, though Jewel here is only about 120. Mountain lions are really good hunters. They can hunt all sorts of animals, including things as big as deer. Most of the time, mountain lions hunt smaller animals though, like rabbits or birds and rodents. Another thing mountain lions are known for is how good they are at climbing trees. Mountain lions' claws are curved really sharply so that they can hook onto trees with them and climb easily. Can everyone show me with their fingers what a mountain lion's claw would look like? Now I'm over here visiting with Buddy and Jovi. Buddy and Jovi are Arctic foxes, which is a very small species of fox that lives basically only in the snow. So they live where it is super duper cold. For a human to live where they live, we would have to be bundled up in so many coats, but they won't even get cold at all. Arctic foxes have this color in the summer where they're all dark so that they can blend in with grass and rocks. But during the winter, these guys turn completely white and their whole bodies are a fluffy white color, so they just disappear in the snow. These foxes have very good hearing. The way they hunt is they walk across the top of the snow, and when they hear something digging through the snow underneath them, they'll jump straight up in the air and then pounce back down onto it. And they are very good hunters. Foxes are also what's called omnivores. Now that's a really big word, so let's say it together, okay? 3, 2, 1, omnivores. An omnivore eats meat and vegetables and fruit. So these guys will eat all sorts of different foods. When food is scarce, these guys will even eat things like grass and berries. Arctic foxes have really fluffy tails that they use to keep their nose and face warm. They basically use their tails like a silly little scarf to wrap all around their faces. Beside me are Jasper and Jinx. Jasper and Jinx are silver foxes. Now, silver foxes are different than the Arctic foxes we saw earlier. Even though they're a similar color, silver foxes are a lot bigger. And they're actually the same as the red foxes you see behind them. They're the same species, just with a different hair color. Just like you and someone else in your family might have different hair colors, red foxes and silver foxes are the same, but with different hair colors. Foxes are known for being super duper smart. They're really good at solving problems and getting into things. And that's why we have these guys. We have to make sure their enclosure is super duper safe because they're very clever. Foxes are also really good at digging. They can dig really big dens for themselves, and they use them to sleep in or when they have babies. Baby foxes can be called kits, pups, or cubs. They can be called any of those names. Foxes are technically in the dog family, though they're also related to skunks because they're really stinky. Behind me right now is Cody. Cody is a coyote. Coyotes are really common and they can be found all over America. Coyotes also live in family groups, but they're very skittish animals. Skittish is a word that means when they hear something loud, they get very shy and scared and like to run away from it. So even though sometimes people see coyotes walking alongside the side of the road, they really don't want to mess with people. Coyotes sometimes are considered pests because sometimes they try to hunt people's chickens. But most of the time, coyotes do a really good job hunting small pests like rodents. they're really good at hunting mice and rats. So this is Gray. Gray is a wolf-dog hybrid. So sometimes people will breed a wolf and a domestic dog together, and then you get something like Gray, who has all the instincts of a wolf, but maybe a little bit smaller. Gray wolves hunt in family groups called packs. And packs are really interesting because typically there's one male and one female that are in charge of the pack. And all the other animals in the pack, all the other wolves, do what they say. Wolves are also known for howling. So wolves will communicate over long distances by doing really loud howls up at the sky. This is Aquila. Aquila is another wolf-dog hybrid. Wolves are also known for having long claws on their feet that stay out all of the time. And those claws help them grip on slippery surfaces where if they had retractable claws, they might slip. So these guys are very sure-footed. Another fun thing about wolves is that they're really good at coordinating with other wolves when they hunt really big animals like large deer. So when they hunt something really big, they'll coordinate so that every wolf has a job to do. And then when all the wolves do their job, they have a successful hunting trip. Now this is Oscar. Oscar is a black bear. Now you might be thinking, that's silly, but he's brown. And that is true, he is brown colored. But even though Oscar is colored brown, he's still the type of animal of a black bear. And when black bears are brown colored, they have a silly little nickname. They're called cinnamon bears. So Oscar is a cinnamon bear because he's a brown colored black bear. Black bears eat lots of different foods. They eat fruits and veggies, as well as meat and fish. In fact, they're really good at fishing. They love to fish, especially for salmon in rivers. And they're also very good swimmers. They have very big paws that they can use like giant paddles to get through the water. So Oscar loves to take swims.